The RHINO ROV Pro is a handy camera slider that can be used with an app. Now, this one here is the everyday model, which is 8 inches in length. Now, a slider that runs or works with an app can come quite in handy because you can run shots in a repeatable manner, and this can allow for a variety of creative shots, and it's also great for adding controlled movement to your videos or to your time lapses if that's something that you enjoy playing around with. Now, following on my focus transition tutorial specific to Panasonic shooters, in particular those with the GH5 or the S1H or whichever of the cameras feature this function, today I'll show you how I use the RHINO ROV with the focus transition function on my GH5. Now, the specific reason that I am making this video is that I enjoy using the RHINO ROV with a speed ramp. Now, this means that the movement starts off gradual and ends off gradual, and it hits full speed somewhere in the middle. So it's not a consistent speed from start to end. So if I were to use the RHINO ROV with a 50% speed ramp, for example, in complete tandem or in conjunction with the exact start time as the focus transition function, the mismatch in the dolly speed with the focus transition speed will result in a missed focus somewhere in the middle of the shot. So the beginning and the end times of our shot will be in focus, while the middle few seconds won't be in focus. And I'm going to show you how I account for this mismatch. So in this example, I want to make the runtime as long as the focus transition on the Lumix system will allow for, and this is 12 seconds on the super low transition speed in the camera. So for a full explanation on this focus transition function, I have that video linked below. So I'm gonna go ahead and run through the demo, assuming that you know how to use the focus transition function on your Lumix camera. Right folks, this is the setup we have. We've got the RHINO ROV Pro, we've got my GH5 mounted to it, we've got a 12-60 lens zoomed completely in, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna start position over here, so we're gonna be zoomed into this completely. So the zooming isn't gonna move, but we're gonna dolly from here to here. So what we need to do is set our physical spaces, which I have already done. I know we're gonna start off over here and I want the camera to end over here, and now we just need to sort out our focus points. So let's just turn this dude on, there we go. Go into our app and we're gonna select video. Okay, now because I know that the focus transition, the slowest that we can have it move is 12 seconds in the super low speed, I'm gonna set my app to move from the start point to the end point in 12 seconds. And I like the look of a 50% speed ramp, but because it's a speed ramp, it's complicating things just a smidge, not entirely, it's totally fine, but it can result in sort of hit and miss results. So once you get it right, you'll get it right immediately. Okay, let's go into our focus transition settings. I've decided that I want to be focusing at this point over here, and I want to stay focused at this point over here by the time we get to the end. So focus point 1, focus pool setting, position 1. Now we can use manual focus, or if we've got this set to focus assist, we can also use the autofocus. There we go. I'm happy with that. Set, position 2. Let's go back with the app. That's where we're going to end. So let's set position 2, and we want to be focused at the same spot. And I'm happy with that. Hit set. Back. Transition speed super low. And now I'm going to hit start. And because position 2 is the last position that we set it to, it's just going to immediately be at position 2, but we want to start at position 1. So hit position 1, so it's going there. Let's move this forward to position 1. There we go. To make things a little dramatical, let's turn this thing on over here. So let's go forward. Okay, we've got the lamp on to make it a little dramatic. Okay, so we know position 1. Now because we've got a speed ramp set, the start and finish, though they will take 12 seconds, it won't be a consistent speed, whereas the focus transition will be a consistent speed. So that's something to keep in mind. So because this is going to start off at a slightly slower speed, we just want to hit the RHINO to start moving before the focus transition starts. But the difference in start times is like less than a second. So let's see if we can get this right the first time round. I'm going to hit record first, so we're recording, so everything's recording that we do now. Hit start and then position 2. it's almost the exact same time. And I'm looking at this and I can see with the focus peaking that we're staying in focus the entire time. And I think we got it the first time. First time as in first time for the video, but I've actually been practicing this quite a lot. Now, seeing as we're physically dollying the camera with a controlled focus point, we can zoom in and out during post to produce a vertigo effect, which can also be performed in camera with the dolly zoom, but in this example, it's the vertigo effect produced in post. You can hit the focus transition and the RHINO ROV at the same time with a good focus result if you have no speed ramp or less of a speed ramp, but I do prefer the 50% speed ramp, and that's totally down to personal preference. You need to just figure out what you like for yourself. You can use autofocus as well, but with video I've only ever used manual focus, as I feel that it'll set me up in a better position to work with filmmakers or a team of filmmakers in the future, and I prefer the idea of having that experience. And also it's a Lumix or a Panasonic system, so there's that as well. And that's it for today, folks. Thank you to the team at RHINO for sending this through. I won it a few months ago and it's been a great addition to my filmmaking toolkit. Now, if you stick around just a few more seconds, here's a clip of me using myself as the timer for the RHINO ROV, and then I set a 10-second timer on the Lumix focus transition, and I went a little artsy with it. Don't forget to keep taking photos, keep making videos, and as always, thank you so much for stopping by. I do appreciate it, and I'll catch you in the next video. Forward. Position 2, 9, 8.